The next person I want to introduce, I want to tell a little story. This is Sheriff Eric Flowers, who's going to be coming up next. And I got to tell the story about how we met Eric. We were, Sheriff Mack and I were down in Palm Beach doing a talk, and somebody had called us and said, you know, the sheriff would like to get a hold of you. We talked to him about you and all this stuff, and he was real excited about it, and he gave us your phone number, and you could give him a call. And I went, well, okay. So we gave him a call, and that was, we were like spending the night where we were supposed to be spending the night in Palm Beach that night. And Eric said, hey, how about breakfast tomorrow? We could sit down and talk, and then, you know, there's a hotel not too far from there. What do you think? We went, okay, sounds good to us. So we went out there, we spent the morning talking to Sheriff Flowers about the whole constitutional county idea and the resolution and all that, and he said, well, I can get that done. And we're like, okay, well, we're excited. You know, it hasn't been my experience that people have a real easy time with that, but okay. Well, he gives me a call back a little bit later and said, we got it done, Bill. We're going to be putting that on Constitution Day, September 17th. It's on the docket. We are going to have that resolution passed. I was going, wow, you are the fastest county in the East, let me tell you. So without further ado, I want to introduce Sheriff Eric Flowers.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for being here. In my defense, if you provide me with Mama's pancake breakfast, I will be talked into just about anything. So I just wanted to say that. See if I can take this off of here. I like to move around when I speak. Guys, will this come off of here or no? Pull it straight off? Hey, there we go. All right. So I'm Eric Flowers, Indian River County Sheriff. How are you guys? Good to see you. What a great crowd. Thank you. I know I have some friends in the crowd. I got to talk to Sheriff Lamb for a minute. I see Sheriff Mack over there. My beautiful wife's out there. Thank you guys for coming out and being good, freedom-loving Americans. Thank you for being here. I will say, when I introduce myself and I say, I'm Eric Flowers from Indian River County, our county is going to be 100 years old in 2025, so I'm proud that I will be the sitting sheriff during our centennial. But I'm most proud that here we are 100 years later, and there are other parts of the country where there would be people protesting that we're called Indian River County, that we're not the Guardian County or the Commander County, right? We are Indian River County. And last night, I went to our local high school football game. What more American thing to do than go to our local high school football game? And I watched our Indian River Fighting Indians play. And not only did I watch them play, but there wasn't a single person outside protesting in Indian River County that we're the Fighting Indians or upset that we're the Fighting Indians, and everybody's got on a shirt that says Fighting Indians. So I feel like we're still a part of America that time has sort of let go. I feel like we live in a part of the country that other people wish they lived in. You know, I feel like if people, and believe me, we're filling up very fast with Californians and other crazy people, but I feel like if people came to Indian River County and saw what was going on, they would say, man, this is the America that I want to live in. And that's why when he tells you the story about us sitting down and this thing happening so fast, I've literally not had a single person say, Sheriff, you're crazy. Why would we want to pass a resolution supporting our Constitution? When I became sheriff 4 years ago, the first thing I did was pull in all the uniforms and put an American flag on them. I said, we're going to do this. We're going to have an American flag. Our logo, if you look up the Indian River County Sheriff's Office, our logo is a star with a flag waving in the background. Everything we do has that emblem on it because that's who we are. That's the core of what we do. That's what we're fighting to protect every single day. The other thing that I did was I swear in every single one of my employees, whether they're a sworn law enforcement officer, a sworn corrections deputy, or a civilian. I swear in every single person. And part of that is a loyalty pledge. And I have them pledge to me that if we have an event, if we have anything, you're not gonna take a knee, You're not going to go out there and disrespect our country, that you're going to stand up for America because you work for the taxpayers, for the citizens, for America to protect and defend us every single day. And so that's been one of the best things that I've done. Thank you. One of the best things is getting that buy-in from my employees. If you want to be part of the Indian River County Sheriff's Office, you got to tell me that you're going to stand up for America every single day. I can't have somebody on my team that isn't 100% committed to our country. And so during my first term, it came up that we were going to be a Second Amendment sanctuary county. And of course, I said, absolutely, I want to do this. I stand behind this completely. It's our Constitution. Why wouldn't we tell the rest of the country that we stand with our Second Amendment to ensure that our citizens have the right to protect themselves from an overreaching federal government? Why wouldn't we do that? So we passed it, no drama, not even a little bit. So I'm proud to tell you that on September 17th, I'm going to stand with my fellow county commissioners, and I'm going to stand with my fellow constitutional officers, and we're going to be out in front of our county commission building, and we're going to sign off on the resolution that says Indian River County is a constitutional county. It happened that quick. So, as he said, though, this is the first step towards reminding our citizens how important our Constitution is to us. When I swear in those employees, every single employee gets a pocket Constitution. I give that to them. I make sure you have a copy. You're signing up to protect and defend our Constitution. You should read the damn thing. You should have a copy of it with you, right? Put it in your patrol car. Put it on your bedstand at night. Put it next to your bed. Read through it. Make sure you know. And I remind them, once a month I do a ceremony where I swear everybody in, and I tell them, make sure you take this home and read it. You just raised your right hand and swore to me that you're going to protect and defend our Constitution. I want to know that you've read it. So when we do this, our next steps are just proclaiming to the country, hey, we are a constitutional county. But beyond that, you've heard about other places where they've passed ordinances, where they've actually given the sheriff teeth to defend. I'm in a great spot. Not once did we ever have to arrest anybody, nor would we over mask mandates. Or I never had a commissioner call me and say, shut down this business. Or that's not what Indian River County is. I've described to you our values. I've told you it's small town America. It's still a wonderful place. I feel like I still have a great community. But they're coming for us. And if we don't put ourselves in a place to protect and defend those things, it's only a matter of time before they chip away at this commission seat, at that school board seat, at this city council seat. And before you know it, I'm going to have to stand up and defend those things. So I'm blessed to have an amazing, bright red, beautiful county that is unlike so many other places in the rest of our county, our country. But I know that that can change in a heartbeat. And that's why I'm here standing shoulder to shoulder with these other great sheriffs, why I'm here standing shoulder to shoulder with the people who have seen these bad things happen. Sheriff Staley came and spoke to you guys before. I know he was in Orange County at one point. He was the undersheriff in Orange County. And that county changed from being a standard constitutional county to a charter government. There are other sheriffs. Fortunately, Florida stood up. We passed Amendment 10. We said, Florida will not stand for this. Every constitutional officer will be elected. In Miami in January, we will have the first constitutionally elected sheriff since the 60s. Since the 60s. That's incredible what Florida has done. We've stood up against these governments and said, you're not going to have unelected bureaucrats running things. You're not going to let that happen on our watch in Florida. And so there's horror stories where charter government comes in and the sheriff literally has no employees. They all work for the county. The sheriff loses all of his constitutional authority. It's given away, acquiesced to other people, to mayors, to other folks. The role of sheriff is one of the most important jobs in our country. And it's not often that I get on my soapbox about this, but I believe that every law enforcement leader in this country should be elected. That's one of our greatest problems. I will challenge you on this. Hear me on this one. Every time you see a major national incident in the country, it's almost always a police department. It's not a sheriff's office, because we sheriffs know that we have to get reelected, that we have to listen to our constituents, that we have to listen to the will of the people. Police chiefs in this country are overwhelmingly not elected. They are unelected bureaucrats in the system. And if you want systemic change in policing, start electing your leaders. That has to happen. So I make that call to you guys. You're great patriots that are here. That's one of my sort of missions, a side mission for me. I would love to see every law enforcement leader elected. I think it would change our country for the better. I think more rights would be protected. I think less overreach would happen. I think less rights would be violated in this country, and I'm a big fan of that. So when you leave here, I hope you say, I saw that Eric Flowers, and he said we should elect all law enforcement leaders. I hope you take that home with you. But also know that Indian River County is a great place. If you're passing through, if you live in Palm Beach, stop by and see us. Don't stay too long. Don't buy a house or anything. But you can definitely come by and see us, because we've got an amazing, beautiful county. Thank you guys for having me today. God bless America.